Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sunshine Acres. Jason here. This is actually the week between Christmas and New Year's. I know you guys are a little bit behind us, but I've got 4 days at home, and this is actually day 3. The first couple days I got a little bit of work done. Prep, you saw a couple rounds, stack of rounds that I got cut and burned off a little bit more, and kind of reposition some logs up in the wood yard, and I'll take you for a ride in a minute there. Unfortunately, Miss Kara's got to work this week and pay the bills. I know there's been a lot of that going on here lately. We'll get that corrected in 2023, so we're spending more time out here. But the goal the next 2 days is to get this guy filled up. Where I left you off last time, Chris was here with me from work, and he helped me get over a cord of wood done here. Normally you'd calculate this to 4 feet high. This is actually 5. So I feel like we've got a full cord of wood already in here, and it's going to take, I don't know, just over another cord to fill this up. So next couple days I'm going to make an effort to try to get this done. But while I got you here, I want to talk about wood storage a little bit. So going back through pictures, looks like it was February of 2018. So we're closing in on this guy's 5 years old now, and I've told Miss Kara 100 times, this is probably my, I wouldn't say least favorite project, but my worst construction effort of anything we've done out here. I don't think I was in the right frame of mind that day when I built the foundation. I don't feel like I got it level, and my design of this thing as well, I just don't know how functional it is. So I'm gonna go around and show you a couple things on that. I mean, I took the design and actually doubled it. So this is technically designed to be accessed from the high side, and I'll take you around to the side in a minute. But what I did is I took that and doubled it, put the high side in the middle, and then we're loading from the outside. Well, you can tell right off the bat, I mean, some ergonomics of this. I mean, we got metal roof coming right at my eye level. Miss Kara does a little better in here, but you could even tell probably on the last video, and you'll probably see a little bit here, I struggle ergonomically to fill this thing. So I don't know. I think we'll probably make some modifications once we empty this thing out next fall before we reload it. But yeah, the thought process here was to, have 4 foot clear. So right there at the top of that tape, and then access everything straight back, which is fine. I mean, it's plenty of space, but it's been a struggle. So I see some modifications coming. I'll take you around and show you some of that here right now. So this is the front side that we've already got stacked, and obviously could always do a better job of that, keeping everything nice and level. But you see how it's poking out the front? To do this over, instead of making it as close to 4 foot in depth, I think I went 4'6", but you get a little variation when you pile this in. It ends up pushing everything out a couple inches. So to do this again, I would probably go at least 5 feet, just in order to get 3 nice runs and have a little more cover. And you can see the front edge of this. I mean, water's coming out, and it's actually getting on the face of these guys. So I definitely would have made it deeper. Here's another problem area here. You can see where this thing's buckled. It's knocked the faceplate off. So as we loaded this guy up, and you can imagine with the wood when it's pretty wet, I mean, it's got substantial weight to it. So it's actually pushed this thing down and compromised the structure a little bit. So obviously you should have beefed it up a little bit more on that end as well. So I think that's another modification that we can do. And as I alluded to earlier, I actually doubled the design on this, and this is really designed to be accessed and loaded from the high side. And you can see I've got full separation in here, so these are actually separate structures, only tied together with a little bit of a metal cap on the top. So if you can envision this, I think next fall what we need to do, we get this guy emptied, is go ahead and cut these structures free, and let's separate them and move them out. These horizontal pieces we have on the high side, I think we'll flip those to the low side I'll basically make an alley between the two that we can access with a gator or a tractor. And I think that's going to make it much more ergonomically friendly for loading this thing up next year, and be a better solution long term. And probably the only other thing I would do is, if we do go to move these things around, is just get it up off the ground a little more. Probably get me to knee height, so come up another 8 to 10 inches. And I just think ergonomically for loading that, it's going to be a better situation. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Just kind of wanted to, I don't know, leave some comments and tell me what y'all think. I mean, we're certainly not the experts on anything. We just work really hard out here. So I'm up for any ideas, but I need to make some changes on this guy next year. Let me know what you think. So like I said, come along. I'm going to get some work done on this next couple days as far as getting this guy loaded up. And also, we're cleaning up the wood yard a little bit. I'll take you around a little gator ride, show you some of the piles of logs that we've separated, as well as a few more trees that we've taken down. So I'll kind of walk you through, what the game plan is there. So come along. One other thing I should mention, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends. We're trying to get our subscriber count up a little bit. I hope you guys like this content. If you do, please leave a comment too. Tell us what you think, ways we can improve. This does take a lot of time and effort to put these videos together, so we appreciate your feedback. No sense in us doing something for the sake we think you're enjoying it and it's just not happening. So let us know what you think. So I'll take you around the wood yard, kind of show you what we got. Last couple videos up here, you've seen us with this typical type setup. I do like getting the second layer of pallets on the cutting station. Probably may even put another one on there. Helps get a little higher, a little easier to cut. But then we got the rounds and splitter, goes onto the bucket of the tractor and then down into the wood shed. We had kind of just piles of wood all up and down this back trail here. And I got those cleaned up the other day. These cedar logs we've had now for a year or so. They've been staged in that area. And all these will have to be cleaned up before they ever go on a mill. But I got this pile here. There's a lot of softwoods, and then this big guy in the front. I'm not even sure what that is. So then down behind our setup, this is where you've seen the fire going. So we'll get that going again today. And I got the track loader up here yesterday. You can see this one tree down, another one there. So I've got a handful of trees cut down or pushed down, and we'll go ahead and start processing those guys into firewood, and the bigger chunks we'll save for the sawmill. And I've got a couple more piles of call them saw logs. So that's where our material's coming from. So it's I guess enough talking, time to get after it. So that right there, we could probably do 100 videos on. Somebody left a comment on a video or two ago about people don't realize how much time it takes just to maintain property. Well, cutting firewood, I mean, you see how long it takes me to clean up the top of that one little tree. Yeah, I mean, that's my job description, picking up sticks. But I'm not complaining, I love it. So I'll give you a quick chainsaw update. We've been talking about these two saws the last couple episodes that we've been up here in the wood yard. The one on the right's the smaller one. That's the Stihl MS-170. Typically would be using that guy to be limbing and cut very small stuff. So far it's worked good for what it's doing. We're still on the break-in, the third tank of gas for that guy. So we're still running him half to 3/4 throttle. The other day, this is the bigger one, the Farm Boss. That's the Stihl MS-271, and we went through the third tank of gas earlier this week, so you can tell for that last clip, I cut the first two with the bigger saw with the Farm Boss, cut through everything like butter, and used the smaller one on the last couple, still running at lower throttle. But yeah, so far really pleased with both saws for what they are. But yeah, the Farm Boss is, that's pretty fun, running that bad boy wide open now, so it's good to go. Alright, I don't know if you can see in there the shadow, but right when you start hitting a nice groove, the on-off switch on the splitter broke off, so I'm going to have to do a little surgery on this guy. That's a bummer. Alright, so I got the cover off, and I can manually just push this guy over right here in the time being until I get a new one ordered. So be back in action here in a minute. So unfortunately, my temporary fix on the wood splitter there to keep that on-off switch going, it was definitely temporary. So I could continue to work with that, but I think for the purposes of this video, we're just going to quit splitting wood. I did take a little break and figured out where to order that thing, so got that coming, and we'll pick that up at another time. One thing I do want to talk about earlier in this video, I don't know if you saw, but where I cut this tree that I had tipped over, as I cut it, I mean, it flipped right back into place, and I knew it was going to happen, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I should do in that scenario. Ideally, I think I would push that entire stump off the hole, so when it did come up, I could work with it with the skid steer and do that. But right now, that's going to be a bear to try to get that weight, the way it's positioned, back out of the hole. So in the next video, I think we'll do like part 2 of wood yard cleanup. We'll see. I'm going to try to get back in that guy and see if we can get him out of the hole and get some of the dirt cleaned off and get that stump out. But we'll go from there. I'll take you back down to the wood storage, just kind of show you where we're at on that, and we'll wrap this thing up. Alright, so you can see here, definitely put a good dent in the second run in the back side of the wood storage. So got some more cut as well. So we'll keep plugging away with this. Like I said, we'll do like a second part of wood lot cleanup, but really that's kind of an ongoing task with that. But yeah, we're going to keep chugging with this. But thank you so much for joining us here at Sunshine Acres. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Tell your mama, tell your friends. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.